do today. So happy Wednesday. Yes, y'all have probably heard. Keep your cameras on. We are supposed to urge you to keep your cameras on. I am following the rules, so please keep your cameras on. And if you don't keep your cameras on, I really don't care. But don't tell anybody I said that. So we will use academic databases and use riddle skills and play with keywords, figure out different ways to do research. So we're going back to research to get that habit. And then continuing with that mindset of I will do the work now. Those of us who were behind, oh yeah, I can't do today's work because I still have to make up that stuff I haven't done yet. Hey, that's a defeatist way of thinking. Do today's work and then make up something old. And if you start doing today's work and making up something old, you will catch up. If you're constantly putting off today's work, you never will. So be sure and do the work now. So you're going to find an interesting topic and find surprising info on your topic. And what's the topic? You decide. And then for our close, it is our graded discussion. What was surprising or interesting that you found? So explain what you found interesting or surprising and quote and so forth. And I'll give us more details in a minute. Before we do anything else, today is a great day. I don't know about y'all. I got enough sleep. I was running late, but I made myself exercise anyway, got on the treadmill, only had 20 minutes. So I used 20 minutes, showered, got dressed, came to school, and I'm having a great day. I hope y'all are too. And if not, woohoo, I'm proud of you for being here anyway. So come on, let's do our affirmations. Say it out loud or in your head. I don't care. You're a good person. What are you?
True.
I am strong, confident, and successful. Yes, we are. And how do I feel about reading? I love reading. It's so much fun. And how do you feel about schoolwork?
The
The
harder
harder I
I
work,
work,
the stronger I become. Amen. All right, thank y'all so much. And Carvajal Comedy. Two antennas fell in love and got married. The wedding wasn't much, but the reception was excellent. Get it? Reception. Antennas. It's a pun. Yeah, I know. It's dumb. I love it anyway. Okay, so for today's work, good person, so am I. For today's work, what are we doing today, Mr. Carvajal? Wednesday's work, graded assignment. And I do want us to practice using the academic databases. We haven't really done much of that. For our research, because we were researching local issues, there wasn't a lot in the academic databases. And I'll tell you right now, they are more difficult to use than Google. And that's because you have to be more specific. And you have to play with the keywords sometimes to find what you want. So it takes a little more practice. And I want us to get that practice so we don't feel like, oh, I don't know what to do if you have to do research for next year or another class or in college. So if you're at home, access the Gale Learning, you click here, and the password is research. What's the password? Yes, you know what it is. I want to be sure you're paying attention. So it's super easy. Click here. I'm at a school computer, so it just pops me right in. You're at home, you'll probably have to click on it and put in the password research. This is to find one of these products. This is not to search in, so do not put your words in here. You have to pick something. The one that I would use is like the Academic One file, or if you're looking up health and wellness topic, you can click on this one. But Academic One file, there it is. What are you searching for? Well, like I said, you can search any of these categories and you create your own topic. Health and wellness, maybe you want to find out about cancer research, the latest COVID-19 treatments, anything like that. Or, you know, and like my mom had breast cancer when I was a kid and she survived it and she was healthy since. So I might want to focus on breast cancer research. You know, other issues that people have. You think about what's important to you, what you've dealt with. I had a student in first period that focused on hearing loss and what can be done for hearing loss. And her father has the same kind of hearing problems that I have. Those of you that have me in class, you may not notice it. It's really small. I wear a hearing aid, and that would be interesting for me to research too. So that idea of you pick your topic, put it on you. It's more fun that way. If you remember last week, we had our quote The day that the counselors came, education is not the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. And I want you to find out what you're interested in. Political change, political issues. What's going on with the Biden administration, or what's happening with Trump these days? Political problems in other countries. What's going on with the Black Lives Matter movement or anything like that? You look up what you're interested in. Technology and innovation, all kinds of robotics, artificial intelligence stuff. If you saw in the news how Cadillac is coming out with this flying car, which is like a giant drone that you apparently can drive, or something off of those topics, I don't care. Pick your own topic, as long as it's school appropriate. And what you have to do is copy a quote and the APA citation. And inside the database, it's super easy to do. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So academic one file, I'm going to search hearing loss. Hearing loss and tinnitus, I have ringing in my ears. I want to find out about that. And they're going to give you books. Ladies and gentlemen, the easiest thing to do is switch it to news or magazines. Ingredients, supplement for tinnitus, data on hearing loss. Natural ingredients. What I don't want tonight is like hallucinations. Interesting. So study finds hearing loss. You want to find something that's interesting to you. I don't want, this is a Wikipedia entry defining hearing loss and tinnitus. No, I want some kind of news, something interesting. So, so data on hearing loss described by researchers, let's say I found that really interesting. You skim through it, and the keyword is all highlighted in there. And I find a quote that I like, well, then all I have to do is copy the quote, right? And then paste it in there. And for the citation, you don't need that outside thing that I showed us for last time, right? All you have to do is click on Cite. We use APA, 7th edition. Select, and then the same thing, copy and paste. And you paste it in there. And if you actually did have to do a research paper for this, what makes these great is that, look, you can send it to your Google Drive or anything else. You can download it, you can print it. You'll have an automatic link. You can also highlight and add notes. So if you had to do more with it, and here's the same options, right? I think you can actually have it read to you, which is pretty nifty. So there's lots of things that you can do using the academic databases. So once again, when you go into it, be sure you pick academic one file, or if you're looking up health or something here. If you try and search here, you're not going to find anything. It doesn't work that way. One of these two would probably work. And then your explanation is what would be graded, right? 2 lines is a 70, 3 lines an 80, 4 lines a 90, 5 lines 100. Explain why it's interesting or surprising, even if it seems obvious. Well, it's such a great quote, I shouldn't have to explain. Well, that's the same way in an essay. You do have to explain. Explain the obvious. So be sure and write at least 2 lines, and then be sure you have your a quote and an APA citation. And if you do that, boom, easy 100. 5 lines explaining what's going on, giving details, and why it's cool and interesting. And you get to decide what's cool and interesting instead of Carvajal deciding. I think I'm pretty good at picking fun and interesting stuff to read, but why not pick something for yourself? Okay, so we still got about half an hour of class. You got plenty of time to get this done and get to work on anything that you're missing. If you're missing something, if you have any questions, ask me. That's what I'm here for. And remember, you are strong, confident, and successful. You can get this done.